priestesses and I will be here in the center focusing.
Mabel.
You're going to sit right there where I can see
The
things.
triangle should be focusing on growth, development, and transformation. And you'll be going clockwise, faster than the other circle can go. We get on you very fast. That's why we're stationary. We know ourselves. Outer circle, you should be going clockwise as well, but you don't have to go fast. Just kind of. And you should be thinking of focusing energy to the center. And square, you're to hold everything stable and focus on stability, on grounding the energy, etc.
You chose the wrong people.
What did you
So far I've chosen pretty good. So let's all take a moment to clear and release all excess energy. And let us focus ourselves in the here and now. Let us take 3 deep breaths, and as we breathe in, we will breathe in the love of deity, and as we breathe out, we shall breathe out all that limits us. Breathe in the love of deity. Breathe out all that limits you. Breathe in the love of deity. Breathe out all that limits you. Breathe in the love of deity. Breathe out all that limits you. And let us chant the sacred syllable Om 3 times. Alyssa, would you be kind enough to invoke?
Beloved Watchtower of the East, intellect, air, we call to you now and ask you to join us in our circle. We bid you hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
Hail to you, beings in the south. I do call upon you to enter the sacred space and join us and bring with you your powers of passion and manifestation. Fire spirits of the south, hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
John.
Guardians of the watchtowers. Guardians of the watchtowers of the west. Seat of emotion. Seat of passion. Seat of power. Seat of power of feeling. Please join us in this rite and give us your blessing. We bid you hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome. Hail to you, O guardians of the watchtowers of the north, element of earth, grounding. We invite you to join with us tonight. We bid you hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
Join me in imagining a circle of white light surrounding our entire room. A beautiful pure circle of white light to focus and to contain the powers we shall raise herein.
We invoke the Queen of all queens, the one that causes us to move through our heart and speak through the same. We call you forth and acknowledge your presence. Hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
Beloved Father God, Lord of the wheel and of the dance, Lord of time and space, Lord of beginnings and endings, Lord of life and death. You are the resolution of opposites, the beginning and the end, and the journey. Beloved Father God, we bid you hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
Beloved ancestors, those who have come before, those to whom we shall return. Always you are with us, but we ask you now specifically to join us in this celebration and in this work. And we do say, hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
So we are gathered here today to celebrate the 40th anniversary of Lady Krystel and I ascending to the First Priesthood of the tradition. It actually happened in February of 1979, which was a long, long time ago. Disco was king. Bell-bottoms were popular and fun. Jimmy Carter was president. This will tell you how far the world has come. And whether forward or backward, we can argue. Our tradition has come a tremendous distance in those years. And the pagan community in general has come a tremendous distance in those years. And the things that we're looking at today are nothing like what we were looking at then. And earlier, Sir Edward was talking about things in the future. 40 years ago, we would have been thinking of things like that as being far, far beyond our reach. They no longer are. The world has changed, and our role in it has changed. And it's going to change more. And some of you, that one particularly, are going to see way more than 40 more years. And I can only imagine what Mabel Jean will be contemplating in terms of our tradition and the pagan community when she is the age that we are now. But one thing I'm certain of is it'll be far more than what we have, because all of you are going to keep adding to this. And I think I've already said this weekend, but I'm going to say again how wonderful it is to have so many people who have joined us over the years, who have grown up with us, in some cases who have grown old with us, who are building this tradition, building this community, and building the new people who come in. And that's what this is about. It's about what we do, but it's about those who come after us and the influence we have on them. And I often say how very fortunate I was to have Lady Krystel as my primary teacher, because I don't think there was any better teacher available anywhere. I avoided so much nonsense by starting with this. And I've seen so many people make mistakes in how they view the world that I was spared. And 40 years from now, there'll be someone saying that about each one of you, because you will have taught them, you will have helped them, you will have brought them forward. And on that day, you will be looking at them and thinking, wow, what are their students going to be saying in another 40 years from then? And I don't know what our tradition will look like by then. And I doubt that I will still be here in physical form, but I will be here as an ancestor. And I am sure that what you build is going to be wonderful. And it already is. And, you know, during the meetings earlier, we had temples from countries many of us have never been to and never will be to. We had greetings last night in video from the Philippines, where Correllianism is thriving. I don't think 40 years ago we expected to have groups in the Philippines or Argentina or Australia or other places. We have them. And I can only imagine what we're going to have 40 years from now. And what that will be, you will be building. Congratulations. And my promise to you is that it's very rewarding. My warning to you is that it's very hard work. And sometimes you'll look at people and say, what are they thinking? Where did I go wrong? And then presently you'll realize you didn't. And you'll see that things take the shape they need to take. And that was a comment I made just a few minutes ago, but I found that it's true. That everything that you do, even though it may not seem like it was quite the right thing at the time, a few years later you may realize why you needed that. Because it may give you a skill that could not have been acquired any other way before you actually needed it. I can look back on some things that did not go as planned at the time, and I might have thought we would have been better to avoid, but look at the later situations came up in which these steps we'd had to take to deal with those came in very handy to know. So, there you go. So, what I would like you all to think about, and there will be a place where you can say, if you like, what you want to see in the next 40 years of the tradition. You may think of it in terms of what you're going to do, or just what you want to see. Either is okay. And in the center, Lady Krystel, Lady Steffi, and I will be manifesting what we want to see. But it's not just us, it's all of us. So what you want to see is also important. And in the end, we will all be among the ancestors, and many of you will still be here. So it's what you do that will be very important. But as common with the ancestors, we will be giving you our opinions.
And spiritual 2x4s.
So I would like you to join with me now in opening the crystal web. Many of you have crystal access points. If you do, imagine your access point. If you don't, imagine the access point we created last night at Vermilion. And imagine all of the little access points around the world and their little cubes of light moving very slowly. Let us bring forth the beautiful clear white light of spirit and send it through our heart to our access point. See that beautiful white light going to all of these access points. And see the little cubes of light spinning faster and faster and faster and faster until they open and become tetrahedrons of light. And see the access points opening all around the world. And see the grid of thousands upon thousands of crystals that we have created. As many as 1 million or more, opening around the planet. And as we do this ritual, the energy that we raise and focus will be going into the crystal web itself. Lady Windy, guardian of the crystal web, we pray that you will help to channel this energy into the web and through it into the future. Now, let us come closer together. And if our triangle, we'll start to triangulate. If our circle, we'll start to circle. And behold, there is one power in the universe, and we are all of us manifestations of that power. And in this moment, we focus our attention to the future. We see, going out before us, a road of clear white light, coming from our heart chakra, going into the crystal web, and we are on this road. Beloved ancestors, we ask you to join with us to manifest those things we wish to see. The first thing that I wish to see for the tradition is prosperity, increasing constancy. Let's go around.
And I would like to see that we recognize that every step we take and every word that proceeds out of our mouth, that we believe in ourselves, calling forth that power, so that you recognize that change is in your hands. So I guess it's believing in yourself.
And I would like to see a really close connection with the ancestors. And I'm quoting down here, the truest altar is the heart, where all brilliant hearts are join as one, and we each have access to the wisdom of the other consciously, because we do now, but we don't know it, and often we forget it if we do. And that is my manifestation.
I would like to see infrastructure, temples, houses of contemplation, cemeteries according to the tradition's need and according to the needs of the members, taking the shape they need to take, but blossom across the planet.
It is my hope that everyone recognizes that they indeed are the hope of the world, and to take that courage and show the world that we have open arms to everyone.
And I wish to manifest it's a takeoff of what Don has said, where there is a, not exactly school, but there are buildings for each house and each level and each step, so that all can ascend further and higher on where they are, becoming more conscious.
And I would like to see the tradition and every one of our members fulfilling their destiny, playing the role we have come to play, whether it is teaching, or building, or healing, or otherwise. May Spirit flow through us. May the ancestors guide us. May our higher selves be manifest. And now, what does everybody else want to see?
Yell it out.
Yes.
Children
Lots of children.
Continue the great work.
with growth, the
Love.
financial stability to come with it.
Healing.
Our own buildings.
Many hands make light work.
Healing of forms.
Gardens.
Beehives.
Mentors for which school?
But above all, love.
Yes.
Compassion.
Compassion.
Unity of heart and soul.
Peace.
Tolerance.
Let all of us be the peace we wish to see.
Unity.
Whoopsie. And the healing of the earth.
Yes.
Our priesthood, our members, our paladins. Improving the planet so we may leave it better than we found it. However it may look at this moment. More parties! Yay! Let us see all of this energy swirling clockwise and going down the white light road into the crystal web. Lady Windy, we ask you to gather this energy, to gather our hopes and our prayers for the next 40 years of our tradition. Lady Windy, you were always the first to volunteer. We know that you will always be there to assist. We ask you to help to anchor this energy into reality. Beloved ancestors, we ask all of you to help with this. Behold, by our will, we will it, we draw it to us. We see the pattern, we align it, we accept it, we give thanks for it. So mote it be.
So mote it be.
This concludes the dancing portion of our presentation. We have one more thing I would like to do before we take our next break. We have a special guest with us today. MaryAnn. Would you join me for a moment?
I didn't know I was a special guest.
I think everybody knows MaryAnn, yes? If you don't, this is MaryAnn. MaryAnn, I want to thank you for everything you have done for us for all these years. We would not be here without you. You were a godsend to us. Don't know if we were a godsend to you, but you're still here, so we can't have been too bad. If you had not joined us, I don't know how we would have floundered through. But you have been a miracle for as long as I have known you. And if not enough people tell you that, remember that we all think that. You are wonderful.
So for all of you that came over to me this weekend and said, oh my God, that's a gorgeous piece you're wearing, and I said, go to my mystic gem, here's our mystic gem.
Yes.
Gorgeous. I mean,
And you know we give out awards.
okay.
So I would like to give you the Order of Orpheus, which is for service to the tradition and through the tradition of the world. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for being here. Yes. We will now take a few moments to thank the porters, take down the circle, and then we'll have a break before the next thing. So, beloved ancestors, we thank you for your presence and your aid in this ceremony and throughout the weekend and throughout our lives, for we know you are always with us. Yet from respect, we bid you hail and farewell.
Hail and farewell.
Beloved Father God, Lord of the wheel and of the dance, Lord of time and space, likewise we know you are always with us, but from respect, we bid you hail and farewell.
Hail and farewell.
And Mother Goddess, remain with us as you always do. Speak through us as you always will. And as we move through this weekend, we will honor you always. And with that, we'll say hail and farewell.
Hail and farewell.
Thank you, blessed spirits of the North, for being here and empowering us. I do hereby license you to depart from this space, so go now and let peace always be between us. Hail and farewell.
Hail and farewell.
Spirits of the West, water and motion, blood of our life, we thank you. We bid thee hail and farewell.
Hail and farewell.
Guardians of the South, element of fire, passion, and manifestation, we thank you for your presence here tonight. We bid you hail and farewell.
Hail and farewell.
Guardians of the watchtowers of the East, place of air, mind, creation, and thought. Thank you for your presence here in this ritual. We bid you hail and farewell.
Hail and farewell. Now if you will imagine the circle of white light that we created when we began, and just let it fade. And behold, as above, so below. As the universe,
So the soul.
as within,
So without.
And behold, our circle is open,
But never broken.
Merry
Meet, merry part, and merry meet again.